Hey everyone, back again, another video to help you out. This time I'm showing you the location of the radio amplifier in this 2017 Honda Ridgeline. This amplifier is being pulled from a junk car at the junkyard for a customer who needs it. You might need to replace this if you have no sound coming out of the speakers at all, or any kind of humming or buzzing or anything like that. It could be your amplifier. But I don't know what's necessary to make this work in another vehicle. I don't know if there's any kind of thing you have to go through the stereo to make it work, or if it's just simply plug it in and start everything back up and it works. But it may be a good idea before you start messing with any electrical stuff to disconnect the negative terminal on your battery before you begin. I don't know if that's necessary or not, but it's always kind of a good rule of thumb anyway. Anyhow, to remove this you'll need a 10mm socket, an extension, and a ratchet, and probably a flathead screwdriver as well. So I'll show you where this is right now. This will be located on the passenger side underneath the glove box. You'll need to remove the lower kick panel underneath the glove box, and it's just held in with clips here. So I stuck my screwdriver underneath the edge of this and popped it loose all the way across. Take care on this side over here because this one kind of hung up and made it a little difficult, so I got in here underneath the edge of this with a screwdriver and popped that down out of there, and then just let it hang. You don't have to disconnect this wire clip or anything like that. And then I had to remove the inside kick panel here. This is hooked in on top behind the weather stripping of the door, and then down low here it just has these two green clips, and then again it hooks underneath the edge of the weather stripping here. So it will also hook underneath the sill plate here, so you have to pick up on the sill plate, which is all this is just plastic clips that hold those in, and then just firmly pull this to the side and it'll release. Set it to the side, tip it back when you're done, and then the amplifier will be mounted right here. There's a 10mm nut right there on this stud, and then there'll be another one up there on that stud to remove. That one's going to be kind of a pain, which is why I have a ratchet with a long extension on it. It may be necessary to use a longer than a 6-inch extension, maybe add a 3-inch extension to it, just because it is way back in there, and with this setup I only had about 10 degrees of turning of the ratchet, so you may need to add an extra extension to that to make it easier to get up to that stud right there. And then you'll also have a 10mm bolt mounted right there in the center of that hole. So when you open this up, this will be sitting in here like this, or thereabouts. I'm not sure if I got that top one up there in the exact spot or not, but again, 10mm bolt over there, 10mm nut there, 10mm nut up there. And while this is out, while it's sitting here like this, before you pull it out of there, it might be a good idea to go ahead and pull these plugs out while it's got something to set against and bear against, so you can get these plugs out. These are different designs, so you're not going to accidentally put the wrong plug in the wrong hole. Just squeeze the little triggers on the bottom of these and pull these out. Same with this little one. Just squeeze this trigger and pull it out. And at that point then you would want to go ahead and move this out. And of course, now that I've got the camera on, it's going to be a pain, and I've already had it out. There. So that's where you'll find the amplifier for this Honda Ridgeline. If this helped you out, drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. If you have any questions, leave those down below. I'll help you as best I can. Thanks for watching. See you next time.